2 hours worth of grinding squad battles later. Assuming you do it in squad battles, it'll take a couple hours to complete. We've got an objectives guide out if you guys want to check that out. I gave you guys the tips on how to keep it outside of a box goals, what you can do to get them, etc, etc. Lads, I also built you guys a squad builder if you want to check that out. But David De Gea, team of the season nominees. 2 hours later, we're going to review him. Let's chuck him into a squad. Let's see how he is in game. Right, so we are actually going to do the Saka objectives whilst we do this De Gea one. Why not? Two birds with one stone. Now, as for the chemistry style, we're just going to keep a basic on him. Just because I know lots of you guys watching this will just keep a basic on him. But I know I do get asked a question a little bit. What chem style do you use for your goalkeepers? And I mean, if you look at De Gea, honestly, we'll head on over to the footbin view here. And if you look at De Gea, I think a wall is very, very good shout. We're going to keep it basic, as I said. And if he's not simply performing with a basic, we'll go ahead and change it up to a wall. But a wall obviously gives him that +4 diving and +5 handling, which you'd get with a basic chemistry style anyways, but it gives him that max kicking. It gives him that +10 kicking to 96, because with a basic he's only at 91 kicking. Obviously if you go for a wall though, you're going to miss out on that +3 speed, +5 positioning, and +3 reflexes. So it's just down to what you want for him. If you want him to have more kicking, if you've noticed his kicking is underwhelming with a basic, then you'd go for a wall. Now when I do my goalkeeper reviews, there is 3 things I look at. If you guys have seen some of my goalkeeper reviews, you'll know exactly what those 3 things are. First of all is the diving animation. If it's a bigger name like De Gea, Alisson, Ter Stegen, they're going to have their own unique diving animation, whereas the default or the less known names might not have a diving animation and just have the default one. So I noticed different goalies have different diving animations, especially when you look at icons like Van der Sar, Yashin, they've all got their own one, right? Now David De Gea, I have used as player of the month, and you see his player of the month quite a bit, and I can confirm this dude's diving is unreal. As well, a second thing I look at is height for a goalie, and I'm not just saying this because De Gea is 6'4", but the ideal height for me, and if you go watch my Alisson review, I always say the ideal height for me is around 6'3" or 6'4". De Gea ticks that off. Personally, it's not too short. I think 6'1", 6'2" is a little bit too short for a goalie, but it's not too tall. I don't like the tall 6'6", 6'7" goalies, because I notice, especially Courtois, for example, he just flops to the ground. I think the only exception for a really tall goalie that I don't mind is actually Van der Sar. But like Courtois genuinely just flops to the ground, right? So that's my my little nitpick with him. But no, you look at his traits as well, and De Gea's got the cautious with crosses, which is whatever, but he's got the saves with feet, which is absolutely beautiful. That's the third thing I look at as traits, and De Gea's got a massive tick. Saves with feet, probably the most important trait to have for a goalie. Lads, let's get into the objectives. Well, get into the gameplay. I don't know why I said objectives, I guess because I'm doing the Bukayo Saka objectives and I'm used to doing objective guides, but let's get into the gameplay. Could be bad here. We're going to bring De Gea out. Go on. Scores it. Right, actually De Gea's first touch. Now obviously we conceded the goal. We brought him out a little bit, and obviously it was just, you know, unfortunate. Going to bring De Gea up a little bit, and a lovely pass out wide. That's actually very nice. Opponent's going to cross it in, get it out. That is very jammy. Well, lucky it goes over. I think De Gea may have... Did he get a fingertip to it? I'm not sure. That was very jammy there. De Gea, that's his first save he's had to do, or his first diving save he's had to do of the day as well. And we get rid of that corner, no problem. Fair play. We've just conceded a bicycle kick to gold rear Harry Kane. De Gea, another good save, man. Keeping us in this game. He fully is, man. He's had a couple good dives, so far, and an easy little catch to end that first half. A little bit of a quiet first half. It's 2-2 at the minute. Obviously my opponent scoring first. I got then I went 2-1 up, and my opponent decided to score a bicycle with Harry Kane. 3.9 expected goals, and we've only conceded 2, which does show you not only is my defense good, but De Gea is doing a shift. He said, I really like his diving at the minute. His diving animation is exact same as player of the month. Very good, very reliable. I dig it quite a bit, man. I'm liking his card so far. Go on, hit a bit back. De Gea, easy as it. We'll take our time. You know what? We're actually going to kick that down. He's test out his kicking without the wall. Well, it's not a great example. I think it's just a little bit unlucky, isn't it? Imagine that. It's only ever happened to me like once this FIFA as well. Imagine it happened for a second time. De Gea, lovely. Tip set over the top as well. Now, what you guys are seeing is obviously doing this game mode. If I score first, lots of my opponents are quitting. So I'm going to show you guys all goals he concedes and all goals he saves. So far, he's definitely saved more than he's conceded. I think I spoke a little bit too soon. Gone back to De Gea under pressure. Clear that out. A little bit risky. But hey, it works better than the last time we tried that, eh? Go on, bring De Gea out there, and I believe it was offside. It was offside anyway. But still, we actually brought De Gea out very, very fast. I say very, very fast. I mean, I can't really say very, very fast right after I'm using 91 speed team of the season, Alisson. But still, 70 speed goes to 73 in-game. My opponent misses that as well. It's crazy. 73 speed in game with a basic chemistry style applied is more than fast enough for a goalie. So if you are rushing them out, if your opponent's rushing towards you, you're rushing them out to try and save it. De Gea will be perfectly fine, especially because he's got the saves with feet trait as well. So it's just if you do rush him out, you're one-on-one. You will notice De Gea will save more of those shots than the ordinary goalkeeper will. Solid speed, saves with feet trait. He's the exact goalkeeper you want in that position. Once again, bringing De Gea out very fast there. Good ball as well. Straight to Aubameyang. Right, 2-on-1. Let's have a look what's going to happen here. I feel like he's going to cross it. We're going to bring him out. And he is going to cross it indeed. You know what? It was one of those situations where I was trying to cover the passing lane with my centre-back. Then I was going to try bring De Gea out so to put my opponent off with his Mbappe, I believe it was. Unlucky. I wasn't quite marking the right... I had the right idea, just the wrong execution. I wasn't marking the right player there. Obviously, it was an open net, making it easy for my opponent to head that away. Right idea, wrong execution. De Gea, we love that. That's huge. Come on. Solid first half, and although we are 2-0 down, would be 3 or 4-0 down without De Gea. Very fast coming out of net. Very nice to tip it over the bar in that one instance you guys saw as well in one of the first clips. My opponent's had 3.5 expected goals, so once again, he's underperforming that XG, and it's no coincidence, man. David De Gea he's been doing quite good for us so far, man. I'm liking his diving animation, I'm liking his height, liking his speed. Really, I'm loving his reflexes. Really impressed with him. De Gea, another save. Come on, we love that. De Gea, we rush him out once again. He actually gets a hand to it that time as well. Not quite out of play, though. Back to De Gea. Nice. De Gea, nice. Kick that out. On De Gea, that is unreal once again. That speed. We got like 3 minutes to get a goal back here. Obviously, I'm not too bothered. I've got my English goal anyway. So actually, I'm not going to bring it to extra time because realistically, I'll just be wasting both my opponent and I's time. But it's been a very good performance from David De Gea. Although we've conceded 3 goals, he's been exceptional. Another situation where my opponent has heavily underperformed his XG. David De Gea once again showing his class when it comes to his speed. Rushing out of net, his reflexes, very good. I said at the beginning of the game, I wanted to try out his reflexes and we got to do exactly that in this match. This is like the second full game we've used with him as well. It's like the 5th or 6th game we've used with him, but I've scored 3 or 4 goals first, and obviously my opponent, being the handy guy they are, doing gold and gold in this game mode, obviously quit straight away. But this was my second full match with David De Gea, and although he conceded 3 goals, he dropped a 7.3 out of 10, which is very, very impressive. If we have a look at his goalkeeping stats here, 12 shots against, 7 were on target with 4 saves. That's quite impressive. That is quite impressive, especially for a goalie. Really good performance from him. So 5 games later, 3 of them were golden goals, where my opponents quit when they went 1-0 down. So we got maybe a few clips with him, like a few diving clips. But we got 2 full games in with him. So I've had probably all up, if I had to have an estimate, around 350 minutes worth of gameplay using this De Gea. Now, what I can say with this De Gea card, first of all, very fast, and I, very, very fast. I've just used 91 TOTS Alisson. Obviously, he's not going to be as fast as a 91 speed TOTS Alisson, sorry. But that speed, more than enough for a goalie, and not only does he have 73 speed in game, he's also got the saves with feet trait, which is absolutely beautiful. Let's head on over to the pros and cons screen. Now, for the chem style, we have gone for a wall/basic. 91 kicking with a basic, personally, I found absolutely 0 issue with at all, so I probably would just run with a basic, but if you do obviously want that extra kicking, then you can go for a wall. Now, for the pros, we're going to go 6'4", 95 diving, 91 handling, 96 reflexes, and 91 positioning as pros. Obviously, there's not much cons to be had with this card. For the links, we've gone for flashback Varane if you guys did end up completing flashback Varane, and as for an alternative, if you didn't do flashback Varane, you also get that strong link to team of the season Laporte. Now, on my Alisson review, I got a lot of questions saying, Lloris, Alisson, or De Gea. So if I had to choose from one of these 3 cards from my experience, now the team of the season Alisson, I've got a review out on him. He was very good, very good, crazily good speed as well. I think Alisson I gave like a 9.5 out of 10. De Gea I'm also giving a 9.5 out of 10. I like De Gea and Alisson both as much as each other. They both do the job perfectly. Now as for Lloris versus De Gea, you look at your base stats and sure, obviously a keeper could have crazy stats but be a little bit iffy in game. Now I would honestly just say De Gea just for the fact that he's 2 inches taller than Lloris, and De Gea's got the saves with feet trait. Sure, Lloris has a rushes out of goal trait, but De Gea's got that saves with feet trait. So if I had to rank them between Lloris, De Gea, and who was the other one, and Alisson, I'd say De Gea and Alisson are both just as good as each other. They'll both get the job done. They'll both come up with OP saves, and then I'd rank Lloris behind them, simply because Lloris, sure, he's got the speed, but like Lloris's kicking as well is only 75, and as well he is 2 inches shorter than De Gea. So if I had to rank them, I'd say first/second is Alisson and De Gea, and third I would put Lloris in there, lads. I really did enjoy this De Gea card, top-notch card. I'm going to probably use him some more to finish these objectives, and who knows, I may even get him in my main team depending on who we pack during Premier League Team of the Season. Hope you guys did enjoy. See you guys later.